pig I got from Bert Richardson. I bought a little pig from Bert for $3, a little piglet. And I took it home and Dad built a fence for it. And the pigs loved him. And all animals loved him. I don't care what it was, just loved him. He kicked the shit out of him, he'd kick him and everything else, and the goddamn animals all loved him. And the pig grew up, and he'd go in that pen and wrestle with it.
Get him by the ears. And the pig loved it.
And you know that pig, well, pigs are smarter, they're smarter than dogs, I guess. They're smart animals. And then the pig would get lonesome for him. He started to go to work in the morning, the damn pig would follow him, he could break out and follow him down to work, and then he had to bring it home.
Seriously, then we slaughtered the pig, remember that?
Oh, he told, I guess he had a few drinks, so you're talking to Albert Jennings. And Albert told me he was slaughtering that week, and he said, "Well, you pick up my pig," he says, "and slaughter it too." And he used to come that Saturday, and Albert picked up the pig, and Dad got a hold of me. He said, "Jesus, stop! Don't slaughter that pig." Well, I had the car right up the farm. Barney was hanging from a limb. He'd already was slaughtered.
The pig's name was Barney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody ate it. They had nice big hams and everything.
Nobody could eat it.
Here's the, you go down cellar, and there's Barney's head, chopped off in the neck, sitting there on top of a barrel. And the rest of there are barrels of salt or something where chops, hams, and everything all over the place.
Nobody could
Barney's
touch it.
head for head cheese, you know. Oh God, you know, we go down there and see that head, and we wouldn't eat
Everybody
it.
started crying.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Then remember the time we had chickens, and this mother hen, she had these 5 eggs on her, and I would feed them, you know, and we loved the animals. And one morning I went over, and there's the chicks are hatched, and the mother is dead on the nest. So remember the quintuplets? Five little chicks, and I raised the things, and they follow me all over hell. You know that. You know when animals or anything, when they're first born, they bond to the nearest thing.
Yeah.
It could be anything, you know, but usually their mother is there, so they bond to the mother. Father the mother, or follow the mother anyway. Once you the damn chicks, I raised them, you know, and fed them, and I had my regular time feeding. And I had this one beautiful hen, you know, the tamest one of the bunch, and one of the roosters. Rooster I could never get really close. Then we had to kill them off to eat them, you know, it was the same thing. Nobody wanted to eat them. And doves. Seriously, we had, remember the tumblers we had and the fantail doves?
Oh yeah, I got some fantails from Louis Casey's father.
Yeah, there were white doves in there, tails fanned out like a turkey, and they would go up and circle above the house as high as they could go, and then they tumble all over, you know, just fall, tumble down to the.
That wasn't the fantails, that was the tumblers.
No, we had the I got the
The
fantails.
tumblers, no, the fantails are a fancy dove. They had the fan on their tail, but the tumblers used to go as high as they could. And then they come down and power dive.
Yeah, they just fall. Like they've been shot.
Right into the yard or something?
Right about the top of the house, you know, and then they do it all over again. Yeah, when we were kids, you know, we traded off. All of us had pigeons, you know, we trade off this pigeon for that pigeon, and yeah, that's the way it was when we were kids. And, we used to track muskrats, skunks, everything. Hunting for, we used to hunt gray squirrels eventually, but there wasn't enough meat on those to eat, you know. It was a good sport.
Used to trap skunks and
I said.
and you skinned it, and you put the fat on the Ma, and Ma melted the skunk fat down in the stove. And when you got a cold, she rubbed that on you for your
That's right. The skunk fat was, boy, it was great.
chest cold. You get cure you from a chest cold. You didn't smell so good, but they cured you.
Oh, that's amazing.
I had one in the trap one day with a Jimmy Pastor, Jimmy was my partner, and it was just caught by the nails or the claws, and we thought we were gonna lose it. And I said, all right, Jim, I said, I'll grab it by the tail, and you hit it with a club. I hit it in the head with a club. He got the club, and I pulled it out, and he missed the skunk and got me right in across the shit. He never apologized for that either.
I bet you didn't do any skating for a while. Oh, geez, I remember Clark Wright and I. Clarky and I were great friends, you know, growing up together. And skating was a thing in the wintertime, swimming and diving in the summertime. And we used to skate on Scannahatlin's Creek where it flowed into one of the paper mills. And the creek was only, say, as wide as the room, but when it flowed into the dam, it was a real big dam, you know. And then they, of course, they'd open the gates so that water could go through. Well, it would freeze over, but we were going one day and we started to see how far up the river the creek we could skate. Farther up you went,
Thinner the ice
thinner
cap.
the ice cap, but it was clear ice. It was clear, you know, you could really skate on it. It wasn't rough. And so this day we were on one side of the creek, and it just was too thin to do it. So we decided we'd cross there and then go home. So I said, well, here I go. So I went across the damn ice just about, you know, like that.
You feel it moving under you?
Yeah, and so I said, well, come on, you coming or not? And I didn't know, Clarky he had a lot of good reflexes in some things, but he was kind of clumsy in skating, and he started to cross, and damn it, he went through. And geez, the current started to pull him under. And so I kept telling him, grab the edge of the ice. Keep grabbing the edge, and I had a hockey stick. He had hockey sticks. So I went down on my belly and hooked the toes of my skates and got the hockey stick out to him before he went under the ice. And the ice kept breaking, and I was skidding on the toes of my skates. Damn, I got him out. He crawled up and got hockey stick to the safe, to solid ice, and geez, we were both soaking wet. And so his mother's house wasn't far away, so we went up there. God, she was so good. We didn't tell her what really happened.
Of course not.
Maybe that was it.
That was a near
You
miss.
look back on that day, it's kind of crazy as hell.
There used to be the mill was the heart of everything. And the mill owned the houses. And
Let me ask you a question. The house that Granddad and Mamie were living in when I was little, which is the one across, that Bob ended up living in.
yeah.
When did that come into the family?
And Bob bought when they liquidated the mill.
They sold the mill.
The old guy done says he give the house to Dad for $1,500 because he worked there all his life.
Where were you all living when you were kids?
Right in the house.
Lived there, right there.
Well, do you remember where Bob lived?
The house where Bob lived is where you grew up
Yeah,
as
that's
kids,
the home
right?
that's
Our
around,
house.
yeah.
Okay. So your dad got that?
When Bob wasn't married married then, and he was still living with him. And, Dad didn't, I don't know, Dad didn't have the $1,500, and he didn't want to buy it anyway.
Never had a bank account, never had a penny to his
Well,
name.
but what was he doing, renting it from the mill at the time when you were little?
$6 a month.
$6, $7 a month, and then they raised it to 15, remember?
Oh, yeah, they raised it to 15.
And, it was because of, he was,
Well, the mill couldn't run without him, right?
that's right, that's why, he
Well,
got.
that was going right for rent around there, because you didn't get the house unless you worked at the mill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mill owned all that property
It
up
was
around
like
there?
Pennsylvania Mines,
The company store kind of
yeah,
thing,
that's
yeah.
what it was like.
All that whole block of houses around what we call New Street, you know, and they were all owned by the company. And Bob had a chance to buy the house for $1,500, and so he did. Bob had the money, and
Bob had the money, and
people that
Bob bought the house. He never got it for that unless Dad, you know.
worked there also.
He wanted more than that, but I guess he wanted 25. He knocked $1,000 off for Dad. Bob bought it. And 1,500. I could have bought the house next door to me, and I wish I had it. For 300, or Greens used to live.
I wonder where I was. What was I doing? I couldn't have been married by that time. I can't visualize where I was. Was I married or single?
Was the house that you owned, was that part of that property too?
No, that was.
That was just one removed?
That house belonged to the people that own the stone quarry down in back. That belonged to the Keenans. And they moved out, and they went to Harvard and become, like gravestones, like that, get into that business. The quarry shut down. You remember the quarry and the little steam engine down there and the trolley track?
There was a thing that went up in the air that took the stones up and down into a hamper or something, and it just crushed those stones into the size of marbles, you know. Stone crusher.
No kidding.
That thing would be running down there. And remember they had a spur from the railroad that used to come in there and pick up. And then later in life, when during the Depression, Bud and I,
We tore that up.
we tore the railroad tracks up and sold them for junk. And we damn near wound up in jail over it.
This is news to me.
You can finish the story, but.
Well, I found a way to split the rails. They had the trains cut and hacksaw, and it's what they called it, cut the railroad. Iron and with the hacksaw, I got a cold chisel and a cold cut and sledgehammer, and I could crack them like just like cracking cast iron, and I bust the damn thing right in two. And we were going great guns at it. That guy from the railroad caught us. Lugging it over to the junkyard, and they were doing $20 a ton for it. It was all going to Japan before the war, you know. And Japan was buying all that up. And they put a stop to that. Yeah. They didn't, I mean, they tore it up and sold it for junk anyhow. I mean, it was never going to be used again. I mean, we didn't tear up the railroad that they was using.
Yeah, sure.